Foundation and co-chairman UWS governing body, Mr. Anuj Agrawal and his wife, Mrs. Meghna Agrawal.
Dances. We are going to hold them spellbound in the most enthralling atmosphere where everybody will be mesmerized.
Yes, Pragya, but before we immerse ourselves in depth of euphonious music and prismatic lights and emotions, we must evoke the blessings of Lord Ganesha with the traditional lighting of the ceremonial lamp. May I now request Madam Principal to kindly escort our respective Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy, the distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, and the revered members of the UWS governing body to light the ceremonial lamp.
Nirvignam kuru me deva sarvakaryeshu sarvada Vakratunda mahakaya suryakoti samprabha Nirvignam kuru me deva Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru me deva Sarvakaryeshu sarvada Sarvakaryeshu sarvada Sarvakaryeshu sarvada Sarvakaryeshu sarvada.
A very good evening, Honorable Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy, Vayu Sena Medal, Mrs. Anuradha Reddy, President DWWA, that is Defence Wives Welfare Association, Honorable Guest of Honor, Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, respected Srimati Rajrani Agrawalji, Chairperson, Unison Education Foundation, Mr. Amit Agrawal, Executive Member, Unison Education Foundation, and Chairman of Unison, distinguished guests, dearest parents, and member of the press. On behalf of Unison World School family, it's my proud privilege to extend a very, very warm welcome to you all for the 8th annual prize distribution function of Unison World School. We deem it a great honor that our chief guest today, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy, has very graciously taken out a few hours from his busy schedule to give away the prizes this evening. Air Marshal P.P. Reddy took over as a Chief of Integrated Defence Staff on 1st July 2014. He was commissioned as a fighter pilot of the Indian Air Force in June 1977. He is an alumnus of RIMC Dehradun, National Defence Academy Pune, and Defence Services Staff College, Wellington. He is a qualified flying instructor and an experimental test pilot who has flown 3,600 hours on various types of fighters as well as transport aircraft, including Sukhoi fighter aircraft. He has commanded a MiG-27 squadron and a fighter base in Kashmir Valley. He has worked in the plans branch at Air Headquarters and was instrumental in the implementation of Sukhoi fighter aircraft, IL-78 flight refueler aircraft, and MiG-27 upgrade programs. He has also served as the chief test pilot at Aircraft and Systems Testing Establishment, as well as the Air Advisor at High Commission of India, London, besides being the senior officer in charge of administration at Southwestern Air Command and a senior air staff officer at Training Command. He was the Director General, Inspection and Safety at Air Headquarters prior to his present appointment. Air Marshal P.P. Reddy has been decorated with the most prestigious presidential award, the Vayu Sena Medal. Thank you very much, sir, for gracing us with your highly distinguished presence. We are also very grateful to Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, a renowned Indian advertising film director, who has been kind enough to be the guest of honor today and to inaugurate the annual school exhibition. Mr. Kakkar is the founder director of the Prahlad Kakkar Film Productions, one of India's oldest and foremost advertising film production houses since its inception in 1977, and has virtually invented a kind of television advertising in India in the years that were to follow. Mr. Prahlad has ruled the advertising world with his brand of irrepressible humor, memorable brand building campaigns, and has created award-winning commercials for some of the most reputed corporates and agencies in India and the Asia-Pacific region. He had also assisted the renowned filmmaker Mr. Shyam Benegal before he moved into advertising films. Known as the ad guru, he has been instrumental in changing the face of advertising in our country, bringing in the appropriate regional Indianness and values into an urban context through his films, creative workshops, articles and interviews. He has helped create memorable campaigns for brands like Pepsi, Nestle, Britannia Industries Limited, Procter & Gamble, Sony Entertainment Television, to name a few. Thank you very much, sir. We welcome you. Ladies and gentlemen, Unison World School is an edifice of faith of a founder chairman, the legendary late Shri Naveen Agarwalji, whose life was one of the dedication and inspiration. I feel immensely privileged to continue his good work as the founding principal of this school in partnership with our patrons, who themselves are driven in the pursuit of excellence for all the students under the aegis of Unison Education Foundation. Together as a team, it is our ambition to make Unison World School the best place for young girls to be educated who are ready to face the future, a future we adults perhaps don't yet know, but can already glimpse. We admit that development is taking place at the speed of lightning, as is evident from the rapid evolution of India and the world over. We discern a dramatically changing culture, socio-economical and educational revolution, where it's clear that boundaries are dissipating as technology revolutionizes our ways of learning, thinking and communicating. Dear parents, year after year, as a school community, we push ourselves to improve, and this is proven once again as we are graded on a national platform in the annual survey conducted by Educational World India School Ranking. Once again, we are proud to be among the top 3 girls' residential schools in India for the year 2015 and second in the state of Uttarakhand. The late President of India, APJ Abdul Kalam, had warned, don't take a rest after your first victory, because if you fail in the second, more lips are waiting to say that your first victory was just luck. We have already made a mark in our country, but now, the next decade, our vision is set on making our presence felt in the international arena. That is why, dear parents, we are in the process of taking important steps to translate the vision of our late founder chairman, Shri Naveen Agarwalji, into a reality. This transformation phase demands a new dimension in everyone's approach. Adhering to the legacy of an inclusive environment for high-quality learning and recognizing the need for a contemporary global text in mind, Unison is now raising the bar to make the pursuit of excellence and an international outlook a way of life. This global futuristic approach demands more from young people. They need to have a higher level of skills and better qualifications than ever before. For in the words of Rabindranath Tagore, you can't cross the sea merely by standing and staring at the water. Internationalism remains at the core of all what we do. allowing our girls to be prepared for a global life transcending all boundaries. We continue to work in collaboration with the British Council, offering both programs for students and staff to grow through numerous initiatives at home and abroad. And as such, we are the proud recipient of the International School Award for another 3 years. Acknowledged as a lead school in Uttarakhand for Tony Blair's Face to Faith Foundation to foster religious tolerance across the globe, we transcend boundaries through video conferencing with another schools across the nation and the world. To name a few countries like the USA, UAE, Australia, UK, Pakistan, and Egypt. These video conferences have covered numerous important issues such as women empowerment, human trafficking, world peace, and most of the important international days. Our school students have also won the British Science Association prestigious CREST Award. It is for creative engineering and technology. The scope of our international student exchange program has been further expanded. 30 girls and 4 teachers went for international student exchange programs this year. Besides taking students to St. Francis College in England and Rangiruru School in New Zealand, we have added to our portfolio the renowned and historic school of Kilgriston in Scotland. Trips to NASA in the US remains a core part of our curriculum, and once again, a group of 28 students and 3 teachers visited Kennedy Space Center, Orlando, Florida, and New York. Our girls have achieved various accolades in the sports arena, and sports, we know, develops the spirit of leadership, discipline, sportsmanship, and team spirit. The state-of-art infrastructure and training with national coaches in football, hockey, table tennis, badminton, tennis, shooting, and squash has yielded extremely good results. I would like to extend my gratitude to the school management for further enhancing the school's sporting facilities by providing international standards, deco-turf surface on the 3 lawn tennis courts, the volleyball court, badminton, and the basketball court. I also thank them for the floodlighting of the football and hockey fields, as now students can play matches at night as well. I am not highlighting all the achievements because parents are updated on the same time. From the school curriculum to multidimensional activities, the provision for educational development at Unison has been tailored to enhance the girls' confidence and ignite their multidimensional thinking abilities so that they are ready and confident to soar high into this bright new world. Rightly said by Lombardi, perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. For achieving this, we know that it is vital for our school to be capable of preparing every girl to write her success story so that one day she can proudly stand tall and proclaim that she is an alumni of the internationally recognized Unison World School. In keeping with our futuristic international dimensions, you will be happy to know that the school is planning to introduce secondary stage 1 of the CI curriculum in the forthcoming academic session, that is from grade 6 itself. All the students will be personally supported to progress with excellent teaching, propelled to discover and hone their unique talents, given the opportunities to pursue an engaging curriculum and to learn in a way which excites them and meets their future academic needs. It is already clear that over the course of the last year, our students continue to outperform. And tonight, it gives us all immense pleasure to come together to felicitate these successes. It is highly commendable that the overall aggregate of 2/3 of the students was above 75% and in both ICSE and IISc examination. There were 121 distinctions in ICSE and 105 distinctions in various subjects. Malika Kanodia topped in ICSE with 93%. She was followed by Simakshi Agarwal who secured 90.6%, and Ridhima Walia was close behind with 90.4%. In the ISC examination, that is class 12th, Harjot Kaur Bhatia topped with an impressive score of 94.25%, and Shraddha Sawadya scored 91.5%. Close behind her were Yukta Soni with a score of 91.2% and Ritika Agarwal with 91 aggregate in the commerce stream. In the science stream, Priyal Verma topped with 93% and was followed by Anvesha Pandey, who secured 90%. This year, the CI examination results were exemplary and many students put up an outstanding performance. In IGCSE, Prachi Aneja scored the highest grade possible of A stars in all 7 subjects, followed by Simran Kaur Vilas Rao and Fatima Noreen Naushad with A stars and A's in all subjects. The Student of the Year's IGCSE batch has 80% distinctions and 20% first divisions. At A levels, Aikanshi topped with 2 A's and 2 B's. Girls who attend a 21st century school will soon discover that Unison addresses the needs of each girl to make them ready to take up key leadership roles for the future, be it in India or globally. We assure an education that is different from the rest, an education that demands each girl to be highly responsible and engaged in her own learning, so that she is able to attain her own unknown potentials. The world has changed greatly in the last 20 years, with many people taking up jobs today that did not exist when we got our education. As Rabindranath Tagore had said, don't limit a child to do your own learning, for he was born in another time. It's important to recognize these new opportunities that are available and look to gain the knowledge and expertise that will enable them to have the resilience and courage to have high aspirations. We are here to provide inspiration to our girls, to give them real life contact with the world, so that when they have to make big decisions, they understand where different choices might take them. A school community is more than just the current students and staff. It also includes you, the parents, and the numerous groups with whom we interact outside the school, as well as our dear alumni. As the school develops and progresses into the future, we reach out and mark our presence in the world through our active alumni body, which annually returns to their alma mater to share their own success stories and experiences as they become our extended family across the globe. You will be glad to know that after passing out the portals of this school, they continue to soar high and shine as they pursue graduation courses in the field of engineering, medicine, management, law, literature, and design and fashion. We know that these girls who stand before us tonight are the future leaders of our country. They represent and embody our vision for the future. They are the ones who are going to change the world, secure in the knowledge that the best foundation was laid at Unison World School. We salute them all tonight, students of the past, present, and the future, and are certain that their voices will be heard around the world in years to come. Let us celebrate them all with a hearty round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Ananya, I'm sure everybody is having a rush of adrenaline and are eagerly waiting to discover the melange of talent the Unisonites are endowed with.
I quite agree with you, Pragya. So, without taking much of your time, please permit us to commence the program. We have come a long way from the origin of Indian classical music till the 21st century's rock culture. However, when fused together, they leave us bewitched.
So ladies and gentlemen, the students of Unison World School are presenting an Indian classical fusion orchestra which comprises classical instruments like the sitar, santoor, tabla and harmonium. They're harmoniously fused with Western instruments like the bass guitar, drums and keyboards. They are presenting a melodious composition based on Rag Mard Bahag followed by Rag Jog. photographs, the school will provide them with photographs. Wow, weren't those notes really electrifying? I can still feel the vibrations of those rags. I could see they really had the whole audience spellbound.
Yes, indeed. That is why now we have an alumni of the batch 2015, that is Harjot Kaur Bhatia here. She is very excited at the prospect of returning to her alma mater. So without much delay, I hand over the stage to Harjot Kaur Bhatia to share her experience at UWS with us.
Always belong and laughter never ends. Good evening to everyone present here tonight. I am Harjot Kaur Bhatia, an alumni of the batch Zafranzo 15, and I feel honored to be back to this esteemed institution that has been home for a major part of my school life. And I feel highly obliged delivering a speech on the behalf of my batch, on this special day to this August gathering. As Ananya said, I am very excited to be back on this stage. I was standing on exactly a year ago. You know how time flies. It just feels like yesterday that I was backstage getting pepped up for the Laila Majnu show. And today I'm here watching my juniors take over. Unison has been more of a home to me than school. A home where we all received selfless love and care. We made friends who will be there by our side for a lifetime and created memories that are indelible. Unison has been a stepping stone to whatever we achieve in life. And wherever we go, we know we shall be known as proud Unisonites. When we all started our journey at this red brick edifice of faith, we thought it was all about education. Little did we know that we were supposed to learn about the hardest and the most valuable lessons in life that shall shape our character and bright future. I remember this one day where I stood and I wished I finished school early and stepped into the other phase where I stand today. But now that I stand here, I look back at those days with longingness to run back and relive every memory I created within these walls. People say parents are the creators of a child's future. Principal ma'am and our teachers here have been there since the very first day, molding us into what we are today. I hope this home and family of mine is filled with love and laughter forever and ever. Thank you.
Thank you, Harjot. Well, that speech made me realize as well that my countdown has begun. After 4 months, I will also be bidding goodbye to a place that has been my home for over 8 years.
It's okay, Pragya. Please don't get emotional. The school will always welcome you with open arms, as they do it to all the previous alumni.
Well, that's true. So now, getting on with the program, we have the guitar ensemble next. We present before you our school's guitar ensemble, which is playing a medley of songs to enthrall you. The ensemble comprises acoustic guitars, electric guitar, bass guitar, ukulele, and a shaker for percussion. We hope you like it.
captivating performance.
Now, it's finally time for the performance that Unisonites have been waiting for most eagerly. We now have the Unison rock band, Xenon, performing a number of rock songs to treat you with some 21st century music. We hope you enjoy it.
most awaited one, and the most loving one by all of you. So here is the one. I've got a fire for a heart, and my breath is gone. I've never seen it look so easy. I've got a river for a soul, and baby you're a bird, baby you're my only reason. If I didn't have you, there would be nothing left. Still on the matter, but everything is best. If I didn't have you, I'd never see the sun. You taught me how to be someone, yeah. All my life you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these nights they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me. All my life you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these nights they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, hey, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me. Got a fire for a heart. Come on, everyone, down. Never seen it look so easy. I've got a river for a soul, and baby you're a bird, baby you're my only reason. If I didn't have you, there would be nothing left, nothing left. Still on the matter, but everything is best, is best. If I didn't have you, I'd never see the sun, taught me how to be someone, yeah. All my life you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these nights they can't blind me. You sound up, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, hey, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me. All my life you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these nights, please stand with us. Nobody can drag me. All my life you stood by me when no one else was ever behind me. All these nights, they can't blind me. With your love, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, hey, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me down. Nobody, nobody, nobody can drag me. Now we present to you the most awaited song. Come on, everyone, jump!
Just like a rock concert, please put your hands together for the talented band once again.
Ananya, do you know the road to success comes through hard work, determination and sacrifice? And let's not forget that we have gathered here tonight to felicitate our star achievers who, with a lot of dedication and perseverance, have achieved academic excellence. So without much ado, let us hand over the mic to Anushka Rathi and Anvesha Kedia for the prize distribution ceremony.
You believe and then you succeed. The rewards one gets in life are usually the results of one's efforts. No man can hope to have a very easy life and also at the same time a very successful one.
Unison World School firmly believes that every child has a hidden quality that is waiting for a chance to come out and to discover and to encourage the students to discover their own talents. Unison held several competitions in the session 2014-15.
A very good evening to our Honorable Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy VM, our Reverend Guest of Honor, Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, Honorable Chairperson, Unison Education Foundation, Srimati Rajdhani Ji, Chairperson, Mr. Amit Agarwal, and Co-Chairman, Mr. Anuj Agarwal, Madam Principal, Mrs. Veena Singh, distinguished guests, honored parents, our alumni, and this August gathering. Now it's finally time to commence for the much-awaited prize distribution ceremony. We would like to request our guest of honor, Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, along with our respected Madam Principal, to please give away the prizes for the session 2014-15.
Open 7% and social science with 90.4%. The first position was secured by Himani Todi with 90% and was also the highest scorer in English language 90%, mathematics 25%, Hindi 89.9%.
Yes, please. Yes, look here. Yes. Yes, sir. Thank
Nitya
you.
Dawli. Tamanna Agarwal secured the highest marks in English literature, 92.6%. She also stood first in the inter-house Hindi elocution competition.
Wow.
Grade 5, the second position was secured by Chavi.
Yes, please.
The first position was secured by Vedanshi Dora with 92.5%. She was also the highest scorer in English language 92.5%, English literature 91.4%, Hindi 94.5%.
Wow.
Yes.
Grade 6, second position was secured by Kushi Agarwal. The first Rupal Tusyani was the subject topper. Jonathan Nahar.
The second position goes to Khushi Gupta with 90.4%. The first position goes to Siddhi Agrawal with 93%. She was the highest scorer in Hindi 93.7%, Sanskrit 96%, Math 93.5%, Biology 95.1%, Computer Science 98.8%, and Geography 93.8%. Chitty Nat was the subject topper of French. Tanisha Mittal secured the highest marks in History Civics, 98.4%.
Grade 8, the second position was 6%, Hindi 92%, Sanskrit 93%. .5%. She scored the highest marks in biology 90%, history civics 97%, geography 92.8%. 5%.
Now we have the trophies for some inter-house events. The trophy for inter-house western dance competition goes to Daffodil House. I request Sanjini Bhattacharjee to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house dramatics goes to Tulip House. I request Chati Gupta to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house fashion show competition goes to Tulip House. I request Vidushi Chaudhary to come and... The trophy for inter-house classical dance competition goes to Jasmine House. I request Shikha Jaiswal to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house patriotic song competition goes to Daffodil House. I request Radhini Sharma to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house digital painting competition goes to Jasmine House. I request Diya Garg to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house Mehendi Rache competition goes to Jasmine House. I request Kajal Chauhan to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house poster making competition goes to Daffodil House. I request Shubdani Chandresh to come and... The trophy for inter-house web designing competition goes to Tulip House. I request Radhika Agrawal to come and receive the trophy. The trophy for inter-house e-card making competition goes to Orchid House. I request...
Powerful dance of the evening, dedicated to Lord Shiva, the creator and destroyer, the Mahadev. This dance exhibits the energy that Lord Shiva embodies.
changed the entire atmosphere of the evening and filled it with a very positive energy. Hasn't it, Ananya?
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Pragya. Unison World School recognizes talents and helps the girls to hone their talents. Thus, we have many more accomplished students to be felicitated. With this, I would like to hand over the stage to Anvesha Kedia and Anushka Raji for the second half of our prize distribution.
Now I request our Honorable Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy VM, with Madam Principal, to kindly come on the stage and give away the prizes for the... The first position was secured by Ayan Verma with 87%. She also received the highest marks in History Civics 95%, Physics 89%, Arts 85% and Mathematics 93%. With 81.5%. Shreya Singhal scored the highest marks in English Literature with 80%. Tejaswini Agarwal scored the highest marks in Hindi, 93.7%. Geography, 94.5%.
Yes, please.
Revati Sunil Nair scored the highest marks in Computer Applications, 97%.
Yes, please.
The first position goes to Mrs. Tusharika with 84.3%. She also received the highest marks in First Language English, 83%, Economics 75% and Business Studies 81%.
Yes, please. Thank you.
6%. She secured the highest marks in Science, 88%. The first position was secured by Malika Kanodia and Computer Applications, 98%.
Yes, please.
Shivangi Kamya Singh secured the highest marks in Hindi, 98%.
Yes, please.
Muskan Gupta secured the highest marks in
Yes. Thank you.
Great attempt IGCSE. The second position was secured by Simon.
Yes, please. Thank you.
The first position was secured by Afi Dalmia with 74%. She was a subject topper of...
Yes, please.
Tanya Bishnoi was subject topper of chemistry and...
Yes, please. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. Shika Jaiswal was subject topper. Yes, please.
Vidushi Chaudhary was subject.
grade 11 P. The second position was secured by Kushi Karanwal. The first position was secured by Pragya Agarwal with 88.9%. She secured the highest marks in English language, 84.1%, accounts 96.9%, commerce 99.6%, and economics 97.6%. Ojasvi Agrawal was the subject topper in mathematics with 90.3%. Pranjal Gupta was the subject topper in business studies with 96.6%. Megha Modi secured the grade 11% and arts 89.7%. The first position was secured by Shati English language 77%, political science 95.3%, and history 82.9%. Nandita Pawar. Neha Mehta was the subject topper of psychology with 88. Andesha Kedia was the subject topper of physics. Grade 11th AS level, The first position was secured by Sonu Mori. She was also the subject topper of English language 65%, environmental management 80%, and business studies 76%. She was the subject topper of physics 90%, chemistry 90%, and biology 92%. The first position was secured by Priyal Verma with 93%. She was the highest.
Kritika Agrawal was the subject. Burning position was secured by Ekanshi. She's also scored highest marks in AICT 82%, physics 77%, chemistry 73%, mathematics.
The trophy for Inter-House English Elocution competition goes to Tulip House. The trophy for Inter-House Science Quiz goes to Orchid House. The trophy for Inter-House Maths Quiz goes to Orchid House. I request Prachi Agrawal to come and receive it.
The trophy for Inter-House Map Quiz goes to Tulip House. I request Madhuri Sharda to come and receive the trophy. I request Purvi Malik to come and receive the trophy. Fashion House, I request Ridhima Walia to come and receive the trophy. The trophy and receive the trophy.
The trophy for Inter-House Clay Modeling competition goes to Tulip House. I request Arya Rao to come and the trophy for overall cultural trophy
To come and receive the trophy.
Jasmine House, please chair your house.
The trophy for overall academic trophy goes to Daffodil House. I request Uttara Singh and .2% topping the school with English 94%, Accounts 92%, Commerce 96% and Economics 95%. We request our Honorable Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy, VM, to kindly announce the Cockhouse Trophy and Student of the Year for the session 2014-15.
Student of the Year, session 2014 and 15, winner. And it is Priyal Verma. Congratulations. The winner is Jasmine House. Congratulations to all the girls out there.
I request Nisha Pandey along with Ms. Kajri Lata to come and collect the trophy.
Can we have it on the floor for them?
Yes, please. Thank you.
To put up yet another musical drama, Punarbhav, The Resurrection. which depicts the messages of love preached by those who lived on earth in the bygone days, those who are today revered as gods, but have sadly been misinterpreted by some. Now, we are going to transport you into a different world altogether. By way of thrilling visuals and symbolic play of music and dance, man's brutality and blind faith is portrayed, where contorted versions of the original messages are now customized to satiate the power-hungry fanatical ambitions and feed the fire of human misery, in the name of religion and spiritualism. Hold your breath, ladies and gentlemen. Unisonites present Punarbhav.
अजब दौरे मोहब्बत था कि दुनिया रश की जन्नत थी, वही दुनिया है लेकिन आज पहचानी नहीं जाती.
The earth that we see today is a gift of the cosmos. The sun, the moon and the stars, not just decorators, but the essence of life. But who created all this? None but our God. Some call him Jesus, some Krishna, and some Allah. God created not just the earth, but also the life and the man. But it's the man who made this earth the world of his dreams, the world of megastructures, the world of science and technology, and a place to live in. But that's not all. There's the darker side of the moon as well. And this darker side is as old as our gods. There's good and there's evil. There's God and there's this Satan. There's heaven and hell too. There's love and peace, but then there's hatred and terror too. Terror, Atank, Dehshat, all in the name of God's religions? Is that what our Lord Jesus preached? Is that what Lord Krishna counseled Arjuna? Is that what our Allah taught? No. The message from our gods was love, peace and harmony. It was to live and let live, not to judge, not to condemn, but to forgive. The story begins thousands of years ago.
Yes,
hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who mistreat you. Do for others only what you would have others do for you. If you love only the people that love you, why should you receive a blessing? For even sinners love those who love them. And if you do good to those who do good to you, why should you receive a blessing? For even sinners do that. Judge not, you will not be judged. Condemn not, and you will not be condemned. Forgive, and you will be forgiven.
हे मानव, ये संसार तेरी कर्म भूमि है और तू अपने कर्मों की ही मापदंड से नापा जाएगा। इसलिए तू कर्मों से भागने का जतन ना कर, क्योंकि तेरा निष्काम कर्म ही तेरा कर्तव्य है और तेरा कर्तव्य ही तेरा धर्म है। किंतु यदि तेरा काम केवल तेरे हित के लिए है तो वो कर्म पाप की ओर जाने वाला मार्ग है। इसलिए अपने से मुक्त होकर समाज के कल्याण के लिए कार्य कर, कि यही मोक्ष का मार्ग है। एक इंसान दूसरे इंसान का भाई है और तमाम इंसान आपस में भाई भाई हैं। तुम सब एक आदम की औलाद हो और तुम में सबसे बेहतर वो है जिसे अल्लाह का खौफ है।
Is that what we all heard? Love your enemies. Do good to those who hate you. Bless those who curse you. Pray for those who ill-treat you. We've been told there has always been a parallel path to God, that of Satan. It's the same Satan that made Adam eat that apple. It's the same Satan that provoked to get Lord Jesus crucified by his own men. It's the same devil to have attempted to kill Lord Krishna even before he was born. None but the same devilish forces in the views and mindset of the traders of religions, so-called Dharm Gurus, who distorted the messages of love and peace to hatred and disrespect, igniting the fire of terror and terrorism. The result we all have seen for ages now.
दुनिया पे ऐसा वक्त पड़ेगा कि एक दिन इंसान की तलाश में इंसान जाएगा। ईश्वर अल्लाह और मसीहा के नाम पर आतंक फैलाने वाले है बंदे, तूने किसी और को नहीं अपने ही ईश्वर को चोट पहुंचाई है, अपने ही अल्लाह का खून किया है, अपने ही मसीहा को बार बार क्रूस पर चढ़ाया है। ये आतंक, ये दहशत, ये इंसानों की लाशों के खून को सींचती खून की नदियां आज का वो कालियानाग है जिसके आगे श्री कृष्ण भी लाचार दिखते हैं। ये वो आग है जिसकी तपिश 1000 बार क्रूस पर चढ़ाए जाने से भी ज्यादा दर्दनाक है।
Oh Father, please forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. इन्हें माफ कर दो, क्योंकि ये नहीं जानते कि ये क्या कर रहे हैं। धर्म और परमेश्वर के नाम पर ये आतंक आखिर कब तक? कब रुकेगा ये मंजर? कब थमेगा ये तूफान? किसका इंतजार है? कृष्ण के नए अवतार का, मसीहा के पुनर्जन्म का, या अल्लाह की वापस धरती पर आने का? ऐ बंदे, ना ढूंढ उसे तू मंदिर मस्जिद में जिसे कोई ईश्वर, कोई अल्लाह, कोई मसीहा बुलाता है। ना कर धर्म और भगवान के नाम पर इंसान और इंसानियत का खून। किसे बचाने चला है रे बंदे? अपने खुदा को। तोड़ दे गुरूर इस झूठी ताकत का और युद्ध कर अपने अंदर के उस शैतान से जो तुझे तबाही की ओर ले जाता है। पहचान अपने अंदर के मसीहा, कृष्ण और अल्लाह को। कुचल दे उस कालियाना को, तोड़ दे उस क्रूस को। कर शंखनाद और कर शैतान से आखिरी लड़ाई, और वो लड़ाई कुछ इस तरह कि गूंज उठे अनुनाद तेरी इस जीत का। विजयी भाव। इंसानियत का दर्द भी बख्शा है कुदरत ने। मेरा मकसद फकत शोला नवाई हो नहीं सकता।
God has blessed me with human pain. My sole aim cannot be human destruction. Terror and terrorism can never win peace and love. With wishes and hopes for a better tomorrow, we end this musical with a prayer song. May God be with you all the time.
Oh
किसका जोर, उम्मीदों के सूरज निकले चारों ओर। इरादे हैं फौलादी, हिम्मती हर कदम, अपने हाथों किस्मत लिखने आज चले हैं हम।
आजा आजा जिंद शामी आने के तल है, आजा जरी और नीले आसमाने के तल है। जय हो जय हो।
फोटो है Let's hear from you. Yes,
Request our illustrious guests on the stage to kindly release the 2015 edition of the school yearbook Quintessence. Parents, please be seated. The program is still going on. All the parents are kindly requested to please be seated. Request our highly dynamic guest of honor, Mr. Prahlad Kakkar, to say a few lines about the cultural show that we Unisonites have put up and inspire all of us with his golden advice.
Good evening, parents, staff, principal of the school, and of course, the girls who so held us spellbound for the last 15 minutes. I think by any standards, and I've watched shows all over the world, I think it was a really great show. And not only that, but the number of people involved, not only in terms of choreography, the selection of the music, the lighting, the background, the whole works. It was done so brilliantly that you can imagine the amount of hard work that must have gone into it, and the months and months of practice. And if they can do it at this age with such single-minded dedication, then the whole world is their oyster. We are just waiting for them to now go out into the world and make that difference that I know they will. Because this is the kind of school that actually empowers women instead of just talking about it. And it makes them into very special beings, responsible, focused, mature, and compassionate, which is what it's really all about. And many hundreds of years ago, a man called Manu realized that women were far more superior to men. And he set a bunch of rules to handicap them, so that men could also be equal. And I think it's time to chuck Manu's rules out of the window and let the world be a better place, because I think we should stand shoulder to shoulder with the women and let them run this place, this world, which we as men have tried to run but ruined so far. So now let's give the women a chance, and I'm sure they'll do a much better job. And I think a nursery and a school like this actually is the cradle of that future. And if we can replicate this school across the country, I think we'll be terrific. There'll be no stopping this country at all. Forget about anybody else. So now that everybody's freezing and everybody's impatient to go, I'll end with the notes that I'm truly impressed and humbled by the scale and scope of the performance this evening, not only scholastically, but also culturally. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your motivating words. Now may I request our respected Principal Madam and Co-Chairman Mr. Anuj Agarwal to present a memento to our revered guest of honor as a token of love from the UWS family. This Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy, to address this august gathering.
And you're all ready to get on with the dinner. I won't take much time. Firstly, Mrs. Rajrani Agarwal, Chairperson, Unison Education Foundation. Mr. Amit Agarwal, Executive Chairman, UWS. Mr. Anuj Agarwal, Co-Chairman, UWS. Guest of honor, Mr. Prahlad Kakkar. The worthy principal of UWS, Mrs. Veena Singh, principals of other schools, members of the press, distinguished guests, parents, teachers, and last but most important of all, the girl students. It's indeed a great honor and privilege for me to be here on the 8th annual day celebrations of this school. My sincere thanks to the school management for having invited me to this august function. I was highly impressed, and I can't beat Mr. Prahlad Kakkar in appreciating the exemplary exhibition that was there in the evening and the enthralling cultural performance by the young girls here today. It was heartening to see the energy levels, artistic talent, the costumes, the get-up, and of course the exemplary performance that we saw here with all the participants. It goes to show how accomplished they are, and many of them, in fact, most of the performers also did very well in the academics and won a lot of prizes. So I would like to congratulate all the prize winners for their performance and wish them the very best in all their future endeavors. And I would encourage the rest of the girls. I know you all missed it by a narrow margin, because hearing it from the principal about the this number of distinctions and number of very high scores, I think it's just a very small margin. I urge you to Go for it next time, and I'm sure you'll succeed. Your school has made rapid strides in all spheres of education. In a relatively short period of time since its inception, you have state-of-art infrastructure and very innovative teaching. It is commendable that the school has earned accolades, as mentioned by the principal, top girls residential school in India, and also having won the International School Award by British Council for 2 consecutive years. I think you need a big hand. The wide spectrum of extracurricular activities, international exchange programs are making our girls truly sarvagun sampan, thereby empowering them to face challenges of the future. The achievements of the school are a testimony to the vision of its founders sitting here. Well, mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be kindled, said Plutarch. Education kindles that fire in the mind and produces an enlightened human being. It does so through a teacher who teaches students how to think and not what to think. This is exactly what your school is achieving by avoiding the regimental system. And as E.M. Foster said, spoon feeding teaches us nothing but the shape of the spoon. In this regard, my compliments to all the teachers for the excellent job you are doing in kindling young and impressionable minds at this school. Girls, good education has always created social and economic opportunities. Knowledge is the energy of any new generation, driving the nation's growth and transformation. There are great expectations from all of you. In a dynamic environment, everything is driven by competition. Therefore, challenges are many. However, one should always be ready to accept the challenges and to make a mark by achieving something in life. Much depends upon your attitude towards your studies and your work in future. You will be truly satisfied only when you do what you truly believe in and enjoy doing. As Dr. Abdul Kalam said, if you fail, never give up, because fail, F-A-I-L, means first attempt in learning. Besides your attitude towards work, integrity is at the forefront of any profession today. With the growing economy, the desire for things in life, wanting to easily gain money and wealth, integrity is going down. Integrity is what we do and what we say. Integrity is the quality of being honest with yourselves and others around you. It is the key to success and is an essential virtue for everyone. Therefore, integrity is to be ingrained in our thoughts and actions. Thought, habit, action, and character are to be interlinked, and traits such as integrity, honesty, and discipline are to be imbibed to achieve greater heights in life. You should look at any challenge that comes your way as an opportunity. Grab that opportunity to succeed. Success will bring you authority, will bring you respect, wealth, and position. Dear girls, with all that, be aware that all this will come with responsibility. And responsibility comes along with many risks. And mitigation of that risk requires continuous updation of knowledge, skill, and diligence in one's action. You should always be ready to accept challenges and risks to achieve your goals in life. Have the courage to tread unknown paths that come your way. You may not succeed, but you will have the satisfaction of having tried. One has to have a dream. As Mr. Kakkar also brought out, if you don't have a dream, you cannot make it come true. Dream deep, for a dream precedes every goal that is achieved. Dream big and work towards fulfilling your dreams. The ultimate objective of an ideal education is to build a self-actualized person. Life is not just about marks or grades in class, which are of course important, but the most important thing is developing a confident and truthful personality. You must learn to see every problem objectively, rationalize it, learn to differentiate between the good and the bad, learn to develop sensitivity towards the world around you. What is lacking today is consideration for others. Be true to yourself. Do things for the good of humanity. Stand up for the weak and do not compromise your integrity for immediate gains. You must learn to take care for others, be compassionate, and try and contribute in your own way to the society in whatever field you choose to excel in. You are lucky, you are blessed to get first-class education, knowledge, and experience at this school. There are many unfortunate girls in India who do not have that opportunity that you have had. So make the best of this opportunity and promise me that you will help at least one girl child when you can in future. Will you do that? Thank you. For ages, women have been considered as a weaker sex. Education has changed that mindset of the people. It's all about confidence and knowledge that comes with education. It's about conviction and inner strength. You have to be an optimist and believe that each of life's moments is a celebration and life is to be lived to its fullest. You don't get to choose how you are going to die or when, but you alone can decide how you're going to live. And we have only one life, so be an achiever. Dare to be different. Be a pioneer. Be the kind of woman who in the face of adversity will continue to embrace life and walk fearlessly towards success. Before I conclude, I must share how well women in armed forces are doing today. Ever since the induction of first batch of women officers in 1992, they have done exceedingly well. They have become pilots, they have become soldiers, they are actually deployed in the forward area, flying aircraft in the most difficult conditions. They have scaled Mount Everest, they have marched in front of US President Barack Obama and gained many kudos in life, in the service. Some of the finest women officers have reached very high ranks in the services. And while we have them already there, we are now thinking of inducting them into combat roles. They are going to fly the fighter aircraft very soon. This is under very active consideration. And therefore, it's all open to you. And I urge you all to look at this particular career, and I hope some of you will take it up in the future. I once again thank the school management for having me here today. It's been a wonderful day, and it's been a wonderful performance, and I'm very impressed by the talented and creative students. The spirit, discipline which was exhibited today gives me great hope that future of our country is in safe hands. I would also like to place on record my heartfelt appreciation to Mrs. Veena Singh and her team for conducting this event in an impeccable way. I am taking these pleasant memories and interesting interactions with me, and I shall cherish them forever. I wish you all a very happy Diwali. Thank you, and Jai Hind.
For your inspiring words, may I request our respected chairperson, Srimati Rajrani Agarwalji, along with our chairman, Mr. Amit Agarwal, to present a memento to our revered chief guest as a mark of appreciation. Present to our school. We thank you, sir, for your kind gesture.
to the school from the Integrated Defence Staff as a memory of my visit.
Important to acknowledge the contribution of those people who have helped to make this show a grand success. Hence, may I request Madam Vice Principal, Mrs. Julie Dowling, to kindly deliver the validatory address.
Good evening, distinguished guests, parents, students and colleagues. As Vice Principal, it is my immense pleasure to bring tonight's proceedings to a close. I'm sure you will all agree we've witnessed some fantastic talent amongst our students, and as ever, we're left wanting more. Einstein said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." And in this context, it is clear that under the direction of our Music and Dance Department, led by Mr. Hemant Nawani, the students have interpreted familiar material in creative and dynamic ways. Such success can only come from dedicated hard work and team effort. On behalf of everyone here present, I extend heartfelt gratitude to the Unison School Management and the Agrawal family for their dedication to high ideals in this fast-changing world of education. I warmly thank our principal, Mrs. Veena Singh, for offering us a vision of the future as she continues to lead this school so successfully forward into the future. I offer thanks to the administrator, the bursar, and the supporting members of the Unison family. And above all, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the teachers, the academic staff who work so hard to help the students here achieve all their goals. Once again, I wish to thank our Honourable Chief Guest, Air Marshal P.P. Reddy, and his wife, as well as our guest of honour, Mr. Prahlad Kakar, for coming to celebrate the evening with us. And last, but by no means least, I thank you, the parents, for entrusting us with your daughters. Let us celebrate the entire evening one last time with a last round of applause. Thank you everybody for coming, and thank you students for such a wonderful evening. It's customary in the UK to do hip hip hooray. Shall we do that for the girls? Because I think they've done really well tonight. So, hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray! Well done, girls!
Thank you. Seneca 016 batch to come and lead the gathering in singing the national anthem as per tradition. I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा सब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे
With this, we come to the end of our spectacular show. We sincerely hope that you all enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed putting it up for you. Thank you. Now I hand over the mic to Aarti ma'am for further announcements.
I request our esteemed principal to escort our chief guest, our guest of honor, and all our distinguished guests towards the dining area through Gate A.